live stream so we can help amplify this action. Go to act.tv's Facebook page.
Act.tv.
Act.tv. Share the live stream link out on your Facebook. You can also share it on other social media platforms. This is going to really jumpstart our viewership so we can go viral. Everybody really wants to know what's happening inside. Thank you all so much for your time.
Make sure nobody else is live streaming.
Yeah. No other live streamers, please. Just use act.tv so we can get the most out of this.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! We are here! We are here! The message! For Governor Jerry Brown! Bring it to his office door right now! Bring it to his office door right now!
What are you doing?
You're going to sit and ignore Governor Brown's office to drag.
Excuse me, folks. Y'all mind if I squeeze through the middle?
You're not a climate leader, you're a climate cow.
Let's do this.
Let's do this right now.
I'll find you.
I'm Dagger. I'm with Breast Cancer Action. We are here today because Governor Brown is failing to take action to protect health. Governor Brown is not a climate leader. He is causing cancer. For 3 years, more than 1 million people have been calling on Governor Brown, demanding that he take strong action to protect public health and prevent climate change. We're here today because we need answers from Governor Brown. We need to know that he is going to stand up for public health and prevent climate change. We need an answer from him now.
Right now.
Now.
So we would like to get into his office. Can you send a message? Please? Hi, I'm Penny. Penny, yeah. How are you doing?
We're here because we believe everyone has a right to breathe clean air and access to have clean water, and Governor Jerry Brown isn't doing that anymore. So we're here to talk to him and have him share a message and tell us why he hasn't defended us, defended the people that put him in that spot, that put him in that seat, and why he hasn't protected the environment. It's time to have a setback between oil wells and sensitive land now, and it's time he does that.
And also why he won't meet with us, why he hasn't met with us, and we're hoping that he meets with us today. We are citizens of the state of California. We do have a right to speak to our elected officials face to face.
Whose side are you on, Jerry Brown? Whose side are you on? Which 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 side are you on? Jerry Brown. 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 Which side are you on? The people of science. Which side are you on? Or the oil industry. Which side are you on? Jerry Brown. 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 Which side are you on? Who are you? Which side are you on? What is your legacy? Which side are you on? Who are you? Which side are you on? What is your legacy? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Freedom side. Which side are you on? One more time. Which side are you on?
I want to go into his office right now.
Not gonna happen. It's the
I've
office
been
of the
through
people.
Okay, my name is Nayeli Kobo.
My name is Nayeli Kobo.
I've been exposed to fossil fuels.
I've been exposed to fossil fuels.
Jerry Brown is my governor.
Jerry Brown is my governor.
And he's not doing a very good job.
And he's not doing a very good job.
He needs to stand for us, not the oil.
He needs to stand for us, not the oil.
Jerry Brown,
Jerry Brown,
which side are you on?
which side are you on?
The people and the climate?
The people and the climate?
Or the corrupt oil industry?
Or the corrupt oil industry?
Pick a side.
Pick a side.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Excuse me. Which side are you on? Jerry Brown. Which side are you on? Jerry Brown. Which side are you on? The people of the science. Which side are you on? Or the oil industry. Which side are you on? Jerry Brown. Which side are you on? Who are you? Which side are you on? Climate leader. Which side are you on? Or climate coward. Which side are you on? Who are you? Which side are you on? Jerry Brown. Which side are you on? Who are you, Jerry? Which side are you on? Don't hide behind those doors. Which side are you on? We need to know. Which side are you on? We need to know. Which side are you on? We need to know. Which side are you on?
We need to know how this man in this office is going to treat our grandchildren, our children, ourselves, and future generations. He has not stood up for us, this man. We have prayed and prayed and prayed for him.
That's right.
But those prayers have gone unanswered.
We can't take it anymore.
We are here to tell him that before he launches off from California into the global stage, that we say no to cap and trade. No to cap and trade. We say no to carbon tax.
No carbon tax.
We say no because what those mechanisms do is allow the fossil fuel industry to continue.
That's right.
We say no to fossil fuels.
No fossil fuels!
And keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
We say hello to our brothers here. They are not our enemies.
They are not our enemies.
My enemy is the thought forms that created separation, colonization, and capitalism, forging into a river of greed that has taken over the hearts of our people. That we need to step out of that. Just step right off of that greed. It's hard to understand how these corporate directors, refinery managers, elected officials like Jerry Brown move forward when they know that we're in a drought. When they know that we're having to breathe smoke from fires all up along the Pacific Northwest. When they know that their policies, what they did themselves, added to the climate crisis that we're currently in. When we know that we are already 20 years forward in the climate models, we are already experiencing what should have happened 20 years from now. It's only going to get worse. There is nothing we can do to stop the ball that's rolling of climate disruption, but what we can do is make sure that our great-great-great-grandchildren survive. That's what I'm here for.
right.
To make sure that all of our children, including these fine men here, that our children and our grandchildren and their great-great-grandchildren survive. How are they going to survive when there are already water wars happening? How are they going to survive when the forests are on fire, releasing all of that carbon that they sequestered, that's going up into the air? How are they going to survive when the fires are at the Arctic Circle, when they are melting the permafrost, releasing more methane? It's just one of those game of cards where they just keep going down and down. For anybody who's not rising up, right now, you are not being a good ancestor. You are not being a responsible person. We all must rise now. Can we go in?
No, he's not here.
This is a call. Can we talk to one of his aides?
Can we get him on the phone?
He's out of the building. I've just been told to tell you folks.
You didn't just escort him out, did you? Boo! Climate coward!
This is what he did in Bonn, Germany. During one of his cap and trade meetings, one of our young men and other indigenous young men said, "Keep it in the ground, Jerry Brown." And he pointed right at our young man and said, "No, I'm going to put you in the ground. Let's get this show rolling." We are not going to allow that show to roll. We are going to do everything that we can to stand up for all the babies. I'm a grandma. I love babies. My heart hurts with the understanding of what they're going to have to live through. And for people that aren't here that we know, we need to bring them. We need to bring them every time we come out. We need to explain to them where we're at and what's happening. They want to cocoon themselves in believing that none of this is happening. We all need to continue to educate ourselves. It is coming down. It is coming down now, and we need to rise up. If Mother Earth temperature increases, we need to rise up in the millions upon millions on her belly. It's our job.
Mic check.
Mic check.
This is a call and response.
This is a call and response.
This is a rise up song real quick. All right, so repeat after me. We're gonna rise up until it's won. We're gonna rise up till it's won. When the people rise up, when the people rise up, cowards come down. Cowards come down. When the people rise up, when the people rise up, cowards come down. Cowards come down. They try to stop us, but we keep coming back. They try to stop us, but we keep coming back.
So we want to get this clear. The governor is not here. He won't meet with us. He won't respond in any way. That's your heads up. So we have come here. Nayeli, who was poisoned in her own neighborhood. Penny, who talked about the risk to future generations that if we don't stand up right now, we're not good ancestors. And 3 years ago, I understand the governor had the science that the state paid for to say what was going on with oil drilling in the state, that said there needed to be human health buffer zones right now or people were going to continue to get sick like Nayeli. And nothing has happened for 3 years. Is that okay? No! It's not okay. And we've come here today to say it's not okay to delay 1 second longer. And so we said, if you are not going to come out here and tell us that you're going to do something and use your power to protect us right now, or why you won't, then we're going to disrupt business as usual. Is that right? Yes! And so if he won't stand up to protect us, we're going to sit in. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Went down to the mountain, holy night. Took back my soul from me. Took back my dignity. Took back my democracy. Now it's under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Ain't no
Media, can we get media just back 5 feet? Get a wider shot.
Went down to the Capitol. Took back my soul from me. Took back my dignity. Took back my democracy. Now it's under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Ain't no something gonna walk all over me. One more time.
Thanks for covering.
Went down to the Capitol. Took back my soul from me. Took back my dignity. Took back my democracy. Now it's under my feet. It's under my feet. It's under my feet. It's under my feet. Ain't no something gonna walk all over me.
He's with us too.
Yeah, he's with us.
You got it, my brother.
No, he didn't know how to get through.
I got you, brother. Thank you. Break free from fossil fuels.
Can't get 1, 2, 3. Break free from fossil fuels.
Do it for the sky above. Do it for the sky above. Do it for the earth below. Do it for the earth below. For the creatures of the sea. Yes. For the creatures of the sea. Land animals, you and me. Land animals, you and me. Break free from fossil fuels.
So they've created a disruption in the hallway of the Capitol building wherein they're sitting down 3-4 people deep to keep people from being able to pass through. So good old-fashioned civil disobedience because Jerry Brown couldn't be a champion and meet with us today. He ended up skirting out of the building and avoiding us. So that's climate cowardice, and that's what we're standing up against, or rather saying.
No, you have to let people out of it. It's different from not letting them go past. Legal question.
Yeah, legal.
Monique, Jerry's in the building. Or Naomi, Jerry's in the building. You know this.
Jerry's in the building. Let us in.
Jerry's in the building, let us in. Jerry's in the building, let us in. Jerry's in the building, let us in. Jerry's in the building, let us in. Jerry's in the building, let us in.
What are you afraid of, Jerry? Let us in.
Climate coward.
Climate coward.
Come on out.
Come on out.
We see you.
We see you.
Climate coward.
Climate coward.
Come on out.
Come on out.
We see you.
We see you.
We see you.
We see you.
Climate coward.
Climate coward.
Come on out.
Come on out.
We see you.
We see you. We see you.
My name is Nayeli Kobo.
My name is Nayeli Kobo.
And I've been poisoned.
And I've been poisoned.
I've been sick.
I've been sick.
And so has everyone in my community.
And so has everyone in my community.
I've had nosebleeds.
I've had nosebleeds.
Body spasms.
Body spasms.
And now I have asthma.
And now I have asthma.
And it's time.
And it's time
for Jerry Brown.
for Jerry Brown
to do what's right.
to do what's right.
We put him
We put him
in that seat.
in that seat.
And he needs to recognize that.
And he needs to recognize that.
Jerry Brown,
Jerry Brown,
it's time
it's time
to protect us.
to protect us,
The youth, the elderly,
the elderly,
the citizens,
the citizens,
the immigrants,
the immigrants,
the water,
the water,
the land,
the
people.
the people.
We are all people.
We are all people.
It's time
It's time
to keep it in the ground.
to keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground.
our next speaker. Of course, we've heard from a daughter today. We've heard from a mom today. We've actually just heard from another mom. But this seems to be disproportionately affecting our families, our public health. And here to, I think, address that is an amazing activist and one of my heroes, Adelita Gonzalez from Mothers Out Front. Thank you so much for being here. Go and sit down.
Hi, my name's Adelita Serena. I'm here as a representative of Mothers Out Front, a grassroots organization of mothers and allies who are mobilizing for a livable planet for all children. We are proud to be one of the 800 organizations that stand with the Brown's Last Chance campaign. As parents, we are deeply concerned about our children's health, which is threatened by toxins in the air, water, and food from dirty oil and gas drilling. The impacts of climate change itself, extreme heat, drought, and fires. Governor Jerry Brown's most sacred responsibility is to protect the people, especially the most vulnerable, our children, and the marginalized communities. We hope he will seize this moment, this historic opportunity, to throw everything he's got at the most serious threat to humanity: climate change, climate destabilization. If not now, then when? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adeline. So...
No peace, no oil. Let's let Jerry Brown know that we are unstoppable. Not another world is possible. Y'all follow me with this chant. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible.
We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable.
Stop drilling where we are living. 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 Stop drilling where we are living.
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
Ain't no way we're backing down.
Ain't no way we're backing down.
Rising up, the time is now.
Rising up, the time is now.
Jerry, Jerry, can't you see?
Jerry, Jerry, can't you see?
What Almighty's done to me.
What Almighty's done to me.
I'm gonna take care of people. Ain't no way we're backing down.
Ain't no way we're backing down.
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
'Cause ain't no way we're backing down.
Ain't
have a Democratic governor inside of these doors that does the same thing that the Republicans and Greens do. It's wrong. Those people outside of the Central Valley, that's number one in poverty. In the Central Valley. It's wrong today in Sacramento, California. It's wrong today in Vegas.
What do we want? Climate justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Climate justice. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, 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 what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? If we don't get it, 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 shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
Shut it down!
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
I don't get it,
Shut it down!
If Penny don't get it,
Shut it down!
Our elders don't get it,
Shut it down!
Our youth don't get it,
Shut it down!
Shut it
Shut
down!
it down!
Shut 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 it down!
We don't get it!
Shut it down!
No, I'm sorry. You can file all complaints to Jerry Brown.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Hey, Jerry!
Hey, Jerry!
Back again!
We're back again!
I'm one of the 6 people who was arrested here just 2 weeks ago. It was truly a sadness and a great privilege to be able to risk that. And that's what people are doing here again today because you haven't met our demands yet.
That's right.
That's right. And we will keep doing this until you meet our demands.
That's right.
Fossil fuel infrastructure, stop permitting, stop making fuel to oil industry. We've been asking you, which side are you on? Are you on the side of the polluters, as you have been, or are you on the side of the people? So the people are here today, and we will continue to stand here, and stand up for stories that we've heard today so far. And come September, we will be at this again. So, Jerry, we hope you're watching this live stream. And also to all people who are not Jerry Brown, who we know care about these issues too, this is only one way to stand up. You can stand up in your school, in your job, in your community. Everyone has a community. You don't need to get arrested. Do what you can do to stand up for what we all believe in.
That's right. Climate justice now!
Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Climate justice now! Keep it in the ground!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
Keep it in the ground!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
No new permits!
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 Just transition!
Just transition!
Just transition!
Just transition!
Just transition!
Just transition!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
Climate justice now!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
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 we don't get it.
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
blow the whistle on ground.
reservation.
Her family's reservation.
Is on a Mercury Superfund site.
Is on a Mercury Superfund site.
I'm tired of her relatives.
I'm tired of her relatives.
Poisoned.
Being poisoned.
By the mercury mining.
By the mercury mining.
Cancer.
And cancer.
And environmental impacts.
And environmental impacts.
And environmental racism.
And environmental racism.
That we face on a daily basis.
That we face on a daily basis.
We are the first impacted.
We are the first impacted.
As California tribal people.
As California tribal people.
To experience the high cancer rates.
To experience the high cancer rates.
And health disparities.
And health disparities.
In tribal communities.
In our tribal communities.
We are here today.
We are here today.
To say keep it in the ground.
To say keep it in the ground.
And climate cowardice.
And climate cowardice.
And we're here to say.
And we're here to say.
For elected officials.
For elected officials.
Responsibility.
And responsibility.
Future generations.
For future generations.
Chair.
Rita Jagger. I'm
Hey, you're famous now.
Cancer Action.
You're infamous.
I'm Rita Jagger.
I'm used to it, but you're new to this.
Hey, get this. Since you
I'm being live streamed.
I supported you guys until now.
Okay, great. We don't need you.
No one knows why I got my cancer.
No one knows why I got my cancer.
But we all know that cancer sucks.
We all know that cancer sucks.
And we know that communities on the front lines are bearing the brunt of these cancers.
And we know that communities on the front lines are bearing the brunt of these cancers.
If you care about cancer,
If you care about cancer,
if you care about frontline communities,
if you care about frontline communities,
then we need to shut it down.
then we need to shut it down.
Jerry Brown is not a climate leader.
Jerry Brown is not a climate leader.
He is a cancer causer.
He is a cancer causer.
Because fossil fuels are fueling cancer.
Because fossil fuels are fueling cancer.
Production. Oil production poisons our air, our water, and our bodies. It is causing cancer and climate change. There is no justification, and we need to hear from Jerry Brown why he is not acting on the state's own science. Come down and pledge Jerry Brown. Come down, we're going to sit in.
Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown. You've got Brown's last chance. That's what we call this. You've got Brown's last chance. You have been governor in California for a total of 16 years.
You have been governor in California for a total of 16 years.
So it's your last chance out of 16 years.
It's your last chance out of 16 years.
To do the right thing. And how do you know what the right thing to do is?
To do the right thing. And how do you know what the right thing to do is?
Because that's what you've been saying you were going to do.
Because that's what you've been saying you were going to do.
Now we're here because you haven't done it.
Now we're here because you haven't done it.
And it means a lot. It means a lot to our health. It means a lot to our future generations' health. It means a lot to the earth.
Yeah.
But Jerry Brown, you're out of here in January.
You're out of here in January.
September, October, November, December. You've got like 5 months.
You've got like 5 months.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Make sure that there's enough distance, lots of distance between all of the oil extraction. Make sure there's Stop approving new oil wells and new fracking.
Stop approving new oil wells and new fracking.
You've got the power. You've said the words. Now do it.
You've got the power. You said the words. Now do it.
People power in! Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil
It's Kai Newkirk. I'm a Californian.
I'm a Californian.
I'm here with all of you.
I'm here with all of you.
To do what's right.
To do what's right.
With courage.
With courage.
The courage that Naomi has.
The courage that Naomi has.
That Karuna show.
The courage that Karuna
And the
show.
courage that Jerry Brown doesn't have.
The courage that Jerry Brown doesn't have.
And if he won't come out. And if he won't give us an answer.
And he won't give us an answer.
On why he won't protect.
On why he won't protect.
Our communities.
Our communities.
Our health.
Our health.
And our climate.
Our climate.
If he won't tell us.
If he won't tell us.
Today. That he will move.
That he will move.
To protect all of us.
To protect all of us.
From oil drilling. From oil drilling. In our neighborhoods.
In our neighborhoods.
And we're going to bring the oil rigs.
The oil rigs.
Right here.
Right here.
Capital.
To the capital.
His doorstep.
His doorstep.
Right now.
Right now.
Together.
Together.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jerry Brown is a holdout.
Yes, we are here in the midst of a sit-in to demand that Jerry Brown stop his shenanigans that are poisoning communities in Richmond.
Shut it down, Jerry Brown!
All around the world who are getting their land stolen
Shut it down, Jerry Brown!
Come September, Jerry's going to have another Jerry Brown show where he tells the world, I'm a climate leader, but in fact, climate leaders don't allow fracking. Climate leaders don't allow what's happened to Noelle. Climate leaders don't allow communities.
Shut it down, Jerry Brown!
This one? Yeah. I don't know whose it is. It's in the middle of the hallway on the floor. I gotta go do the live stream. It's one of the reporters or something.
People with whistles because I heard from people at home watching, and it's really ugly to mute it.
Yeah, it's awful. I don't know. Yeah, they're just everywhere. Alrighty. I hear you guys on the whistles. They're pretty loud. So we're outside the Capitol now. We just shut down the hallway right in front of Jerry Brown's office with a line of people sitting 3-4 deep, not letting people through to the other offices and elevators. Jerry Brown, we know, is in the building today. We came and asked for a meeting with him to address the fact that he has not implemented setbacks on oil drilling in residential areas, so people are getting sick in their neighborhoods, and he knows it. The science has been out for 3 years, so we're trying to hold him accountable, but he's a climate coward, and he's avoided us every chance. So check this out. Good old direct action, peaceful, non-violent tradition.
It all ties in. It all ties in.
Not arrested.
You see that moment?
So line up, we will block both doors. Line up, we will make it people to get out.
Keep it in the ground. For the people that rise like the water. Not count this crisis down.
Glad to have you here. Yes. Are the occasional talking head to camera things good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, law firm, sit in front of the door, please. Okay.
Some people out this way.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Let her out, and then that's it.
We are blocking.
Got the keys to the locker.
Non-violent direct action here. If anybody has any questions about what we're doing, feel free to drop them in the comments, and one of the admins will get to them.
Sit down. What are you doing? Sit down.
Participating in a civil disobedience. I plan to.
It's an age-old tradition.
As you can tell, Jerry Brown hasn't done his job and it's time to do it. I'm okay. I'm very proud that I am doing this, but it is extremely upsetting that it does have to reach this point to get attention and get stuff done.
All right, before I run out.
Very brave.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you.
On this side, let's give them some love. Thank you for sitting in your sacrifice will help us win.
Thank you for sitting in your sacrifice.
She's with us.
Help us win.
Mary.
Thank you
She's with
for
us.
sitting in.
He's a reporter.
Stay with us.
He's a reporter. He's a reporter.
Thank you for sitting
Let him out. He's a reporter.
Sacrifice will help us win. Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win. Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win. Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win.
Here we go. So they're locking down with some zip ties. We have several people over here who are going to be sitting in front of the doors, zip tying themselves together. Who have zip tied themselves and bicycled themselves to the oil rig that was built for this purpose. So we've got this wooden oil rig that is very nifty. It's collapsible, lightweight, so you can carry it over here. We're making a statement here. A lot of these activists have been in places like Standing Rock and Flint and actually locked down to facilities, so now we're bringing it to the Capitol.
We've got to do something now, not tomorrow, right now. It's come far too long, and Jerry Brown has not, and the Democrats in this country, they like to act like they're leaders on the climate, they like to act like they're leaders on the environment, and they're not. Don't believe the hype. We need radical change and an end to oil drilling in California. If we don't do it in California, where is it going to happen? We're all just going to burn up on hothouse earth.
Thank you, thank you.
California should be paradise. If the problem is the Republicans, then California should have everything handled. We should not have poverty. We should have great schools. We should not have student debt. We could have health care, except for Jerry Brown is against it. Meanwhile, he's hurting our health with the oil fracking and the oil drills. And the Democrats, his buddies, did not put it on his desk to sign it. They did for Schwarzenegger twice. But Jerry Brown becomes governor, their Democratic governor, no single payer health care.
This is it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's time to
Reporter. Oh, yeah. It was bunkers. We got it. Thanks.
You guys want to talk about why you're here today?
I'm here because we've been fighting this fight for so long now, and we just seem to fall on deaf ears. And we're tired of waiting for him to do the right thing, and now we demand that he does the right thing. He claims to be an environmental governor, and everything else that he does tells us he's not. And he goes to other countries claiming like he's an environmental governor. He goes to China and says thank you, and says that, you know, you follow what we're doing. And it's just so wrong for him to be doing that. It's so hypocritical. And we're tired of the hypocrisy. We're tired of waiting. And the time is now. He can turn it around. He has an option to do that. So he needs to prove to the people of California that he cares about California like he says he cares about California. He's been telling this for years. He got elected because he said he loved California so much. He's a native of California. And he allowed this to happen is just so wrong. He has got corrupt money, oil money in his pockets. And we're over it. We are done. We want to end this corruption now.
Thank you. Thank you for sitting in. Why are you?
Wells. This is not working. It's incredibly dangerous.
What drives your passion, which you obviously want in this
And we're going to start, I mean, it's really about human rights. This comes down to human rights. We know that these things are sitting in minority communities primarily, but really these health effects are affecting us all. I've worked on this issue for over 10 years now. I'm very interested in climate change, yes, but for me it's primarily a human rights issue. I care about people, and this is about love.
Do you have a personal connection with it?
I grew up in the shadow of one of the biggest copper mines in the world, and every time the wind kicked up a little bit, we had like a the big giant death storms come through, everything in our garden would die, all the kids would get sick, everybody got cancer, everybody got asthma, I got asthma, we had a lot of illness, a lot of nosebleeds, and even now I'm feeling the repercussions of that. My health is not excellent, and this is from being exposed to heavy metals blowing across from a copper mine as a child.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you so much.
Can I jump in and talk to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's do this. All right, start with your name and how I spell it.
My name is Nayeli Kobo. It's spelled Nalleli, Kobo, C-O-B as in boy, O.
And pronounce it for me one more time.
Nayeli Kobo.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from South LA.
All right, and you are 17 years old.
Correct.
And what are you doing here at the Capitol?
I am here rescuing arrest in a civil disobedience because our Governor Jerry Brown hasn't done his job. He hasn't listened to us. He hasn't listened to science, and hopefully this is something he'll listen to. He needs to establish a 2,500-foot health and safety buffer zone between oil extraction and sensitive land to protect his people, because we put him in that governor's seat and we can easily take him out.
Why do you believe this is necessary?
I personally grew up 30 feet across the street from an oil well, so I personally became very sick. I had nosebleeds, headaches, stomach pains, body spasms, heart palpitations. I even have asthma.
What might you like to say to the governor if you had his ear?
I would tell him that it's time to do his job. We've waited long enough since he became governor. The state of California has approved 20,000 new oil and gas wells, and it's something that shouldn't be happening. It's time to keep it in the ground, to switch to clean renewable energy, and to put frontline communities first, because we've had enough.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I believe everyone has the right to breathe clean air and have access to clean water, and it's something we should all have from the start. And it's not fair that us minorities, people of color, in low-income communities, we aren't receiving that.
What happens to these communities if we don't stop it? Is like, do you think are people gonna die? I mean, what are we gonna do? ¿Cómo qué va a pasar si esto no para, que la gente se va a morir?
Voted for you, and please represent us, extend your communities, and yeah, we're watching.
Thank you. That's how easy it is.
For proposed fracking of our sacred highlands that they want to build what's touted as green energy project. It's really the greenwashing of it, but they want to build a hydropower power plant within our sacred lake, and so that would send mercury, and it would be fracking with chemicals within our sacred waters, and that's water again that flows all the way here, flows all the way into the SF Bay, and so that's potential contamination of all of our sacred waters. But when we say sacred, it means that we're constantly being asked to have to justify what is sacred, and we don't walk into a church and say like what makes this sacred. But in our stories, back to our teachings, is that the Creator bathed himself in this lake and has left natural healing properties in the lake, and so we call it Medicine Lake. And we can't just recreate the lake. This was provided to us by our Creator. And so for the proposed fracking, for the geothermal power plant to be built there, it's again another issue of profit over people and not acknowledging and respecting what has been given to us. All of our lands and all of our waters are sacred, of course, but there's places like this that need to be recharged that can't ever be recreated.
People who are here that are multifaceted activists that have been all over the country for many different issues, and they're all standing here together now to tell Jerry Brown that this is your last chance. You want to retire, you want to leave office as a climate champion, then walk the walk, because you haven't been, and you've been taking money from the wrong people, and you've been losing your soul in the process. So we're here for you in love, and hope that you can see the error of your ways and come back to a progressive way of being and stand up for the climate.
Everybody's got a right to breathe.
And the struggle continues.
Everybody's got a right to breathe and be born.
deserves clean water.
Everybody's got a right to drive. Got a right to water.
Columbus statue that's here, which is a pretty awesome move, and they got arrested for it.
Jerry Brown.
There's David Braun.
Stop drilling right now.
Jerry Brown, stop drilling right now.
You can do it, Jerry Brown. Oh yeah, stop drilling right now. You can do it, Jerry Brown. Stop drilling right now. You can do it, Jerry Brown. Stop drilling right now, Jerry Brown. Stop drilling right now. Climate cowards can't. Jerry Brown. Oh yeah. Stop drilling. Say right now.
Little Jerry Brown.
You can do it.
Stop drilling.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Little Jerry Brown.
We got to
stop drilling right now. Little Jerry Brown.
Okay, y'all, this song coming alive from our good friend Kyle, who's a song leader you all probably know. But before I sing this song, I would love to hold a moment of silence for all the people who cannot answer. People who are in jail, all the people who are on the justice issues, because the social process, issues are really connected that we need to remember. So before we leave this song, I just want to hold a moment of silence for all the other fights that we're fighting as we fight this one. Silence for this sacrifice that these people are taking as well. And those issues are not separate, they're all connected. So I just wanted to take a moment of silence for that before we start. I have this song that's hopefully happy. I'm just learning it. So, repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
We rise before the seas.
We rise before the sea.
As tall as trees.
We rise as tall as trees.
We rise not just for you and me.
We rise not just for you and me.
But for all humanity.
But for all humanity.
We rise, rise for liberation.
We rise. Rise for our creation.
We rise, rise for liberation.
We rise, rise for liberation.
We rise, rise for our creation.
We rise, rise for our creation.
We rise before the sea.
We rise before the sea.
We rise as tall as trees.
We rise as tall as trees.
We rise not just for you and me.
We rise not just for you and me.
But for all humanity.
But for all humanity.
We rise, rise for liberation.
We rise, rise for liberation.
So what brings you here today?
We rise, rise for liberation.
California Against Fracking Coalition and the Oil Money Out campaign. We're here sitting in to tell Governor Jerry Brown that we don't buy your BS. You have not been a climate leader this time in office. We resent you posing yourself as a climate leader around the world, and we're going to make a lot of noise around your lack of leadership here in California as you head out the door to take a national stage. We will not allow you to pose as a climate leader until you show that you are willing to stop taking fossil fuel money, that you are willing to stop new drilling, end to neighborhood drilling, an end to offshore drilling, and a ban on fracking here in California. So we are sitting in, and we will be here until our message is heard loud and clear.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Wonderful. We got some literature here. I'll walk you guys through it. That's right. Shut up. Stand up. Speak out. I want to see your face in the place. Rise up, stand up, speak up, speak out. Be a witness. For the planning? Water. Oh, I'm always a part of the planning here. I didn't go to the preliminary thing.
I'm on water. You want water? Do any of you need water?
Thank you very much. Huh? I think it's going well.
Never mind. I will come next to one for a minute.
Okay, good. Colonization.
You're gonna have to walk bottles of water.
What time do we kill it?
That's a good question.
I mean, it doesn't seem like they're gonna arrest.
Yeah, I'm here. Like, do we cut at some point? Let me ask Ty, just to make sure.
You got it.
Nayeli, I've seen her since she was around 12 years old. Another Monday.
So, for anyone that missed it before, there was a fun gag. You know, part of these activism events, these actions, is shaking it up, kind of finding new creative ways to disrupt and shine a light on your issues. So they came up with this. It's pretty ingenious. It's a whistle. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Focus. There we go. So it's a whistle, all plastic, so we can get it through the metal detectors here. And there's hundreds of them that they had made, and it says blow the whistle on Jerry Brown's 20,000 oil wells. Insane. So that's the piercing sounds that you've been hearing are these whistles that were made. And I know they're annoying, but imagine how annoying they were in the Capitol while we were disrupting. It was very, very effective. What's up? So I came up here from LA with this rapscallion and this rapscallion-esque. And this is he wasn't there, but he was there in spirit.
I've also been called a rapscallion.
Every time he partied, we smelled it in the car. It was weird.
It was like infarction.
Yeah.
I threw the fart through people's minds.
I don't think we should talk about this anymore. All right, so these are some really powerful activists in LA that work on multiple issues. As you can see, Eugene's got a Black Lives Matter shirt on. Josh and Brenda are members of AIM SoCal, and we've all been on the front lines on many, many different actions, from climate justice to racial justice, money in politics, healthcare, like everything you can think of.
Prop 10, affordable housing.
Yep.
She does.
Yep, she does, absolutely. The Me Too movement, yeah. So we recently were all part of the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez event here in LA. And as we know, she stands against fracking, she stands against neighborhood drilling. We were able to get some oil money out literature into her hands. Yeah, it was amazing. Yep. So, we're just shaking up. We came up here to Sacramento, where we have shut down this entrance to the Capitol completely.
Shut down the hallway.
No one's getting in. Yeah, we had the hallway shut down earlier. We had about 20 people sitting in the middle of the hallway blocking progress. And now we've got almost a similar number, about 12 people here, locked down in front of these doors, so no one in or out. Hello. You don't want to tell us what we're doing here today?
Right now, we can't get arrested, it seems.
Right?
You know, it's like people are showing up to say frontline communities who are the last people who would do anything to damage the environment, the air, the water that we all need. And they're the first ones to suffer all the consequences of our excessive extraction and burning of fossil fuels. So I'm here to just say I'm in total support, and I think it's time that we stop, and people who have had the privileges and have extracted and exploited need to start taking responsibility for that and say mea culpa, and what can we do? And the indigenous communities and the people of color who are disproportionately affected are also the same people who are showing us the way, what we can do, how we can turn this around so that our children and grandchildren and theirs will have the possibility at this point of living in an environment that sustains life. Because right now, I mean, California, we're being sucking fire air in the Bay Area, and it's not pleasant. And so imagine if you're in Richmond and you're breathing that quality of air every single day, year after year, and nobody is listening, and we're just saying, Jerry Brown, you need to listen up. You need to take this last chance to do something for these people, do something for the communities, and be the real green leader that you claim to be. I talk to people all the time, and they say, "Oh, but Jerry Brown's he's a climate leader," and I say, "No, he's not. If you're in South San Francisco, South Los Angeles, or in Kern County, you are living dangerously close to an extraction point, and."
Yeah, the Inglewood oil fields there in LA are awful, and they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
No one realizes.
There are people who are like across the street from these extractions, and it's time for people who are not impacted now to wake up and open their eyes and have some empathy and compassion and understanding of put yourself in that position. What would you feel like if you were sending your child to school across the street from an oil extraction process? You wouldn't stand for it. You'd be here in a heartbeat on the steps of the Capitol, blocking down the doors as these brave people are, and you would say, that's not going to happen to my child. Well, it's happening to other people's children right now, and it's time that we spread our love and care a little further to encompass all life and say we're here on planet Earth together, and we're all responsible, whether you started it or not, whether you benefited or not. We all sink or swim together, and it's time to rise. And we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to gather in San Francisco on September 8th. We're going to make beautiful art in the street, and we're going to come together and sing and dance and say, come and join us. This is going to be, as Penny says, I love what Penny says, is, are you going to be with the group that says, we were the ones who turned it around. We were the ones who made the difference. Are you going to be able to look at your grandkids and say, yeah, your grandma was out there and we turned this around, and we can. Of course we can. We can do anything. We just have to all understand that we're in this together, and truly love is the only thing that can take care of us all right now.
Thank you.
So that's why I'm here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it's horrifying that Jerry Brown, the history of his climate change, wild concerns, doesn't have the decency to give a health buffer zone in the state. It's shocking. Being from New York, we have a governor who banned fracking, who gave a damn about the people's well-being. This governor stands on pomp and circumstance and doesn't care. And we're here to say enough is enough. Do something about it. You don't be a hypocrite. Your legacy matters, and your influence on people's matter. You go sit with the Pope in Rome, and you talk this talk, but you do not walk the walk. It's really hard.
We have a California Native American Day gathering that's held here annually every September. It's actually my daughter's birthday, September 25th. And so I've participated in the events. I've been invited. Where Jerry Brown, has for California Native peoples, but unfortunately
I got David Braun here. You guys are on act.tv. So David is a phenomenal human being, and I've known him for several years. I met him on the Bernie Sanders campaign, where he was one of Bernie's environmental platform surrogates, like platform committee guys, just knowledgeable people that he had around to make sure that his campaign was informed.
Well, it wasn't that. Bernie came to us. Bernie said, how can I help elevate your issue? I believe in banning fracking too. And because of that, we ended up doing a number of events together. And the amazing thing that Bernie Sanders did was that, you started teaching him about environmental justice. And all of a sudden, in all the speeches, you heard about environmental justice. And you started teaching him about various things around chemical usage and fossil fuels. And all of a sudden, Bernie's talking about these things. And it's like, this guy's learning, he's adapting, he's growing, he's, as he learns and speaks with individuals, he incorporates that into policy. I don't know any person who is that kind of leader that takes that on. So we're grateful for,
especially here in Sacramento, right? We got a lack of that here.
We do. We're gonna be moving along, folks. We hope that you follow us. We we're not at our final stop point for the day. We're gonna be moving on to keep having some more fun at the Capitol, to press Jerry Brown to get on the side of right and not be a climate coward anymore. So thanks for joining us. I hope you continue to follow us and watch what happens, what will happen next.
All right, thank you, David.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
For those that don't know, David Braun was part of the team in New York with the last woman that spoke, Trish, and Josh Fox. They were part of the team that got fracking banned in New York, and that had a lot to do with Trish and Josh's movie Gasland, which was a documentary about the fracking industry. They basically offered Josh a big sum of money to frack on his land in Pennsylvania, and rather than just take the money blindly and accept the statements they were making about it being safe and no risk to him or his land or his water, he started asking around the neighborhood, and he met Trish, who was a neighbor of his who'd been experiencing this as well, and then they went abroad to different cities in different states and started seeing the dangers of fracking, and that's where the first footage of sinks, like water taps, lighting on fire, ice cubes at fast food restaurants lighting on fire because of the levels of dangerous fracking chemicals in them. That was kind of the first time the world got to see that particular evil. So we owe them a big debt of gratitude that they exposed that, and for their troubles they were harassed and threatened by oil industry hired henchmen, basically. I don't know what better word to say it. So they've definitely made a big sacrifice for us and kind of led the way in this country on how to get a major state to ban fracking. So we've taken a lot out of their book. It looks like we're gearing up towards another possible action here, so I'm going to kind of take you through the crowd and see what's fomenting. What are we doing next?
We are about to move, so we're waiting. We're on standby right now as people get unhooked, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. We don't want to give away any planning, but it's going to get a little more interesting in just a few minutes.
All right. Wonderful. We hand this off.
Don't come back.
Would you guys mind taking over for about 5 minutes? I just need a break for about 5 minutes. My back's killing. These ministers and these pastors, because you think I'm not one? Got it. No doubt. They're using me to get out. Got it. It works on it. Got it. And they just told the pastors because what the king here did was a failure. We asked where was you at? We were talking about these initiatives, that you were discussing with us.
It's a long story.
It was not.
Adam Scout, what's going on today? Food and water.
We're protesting Governor Brown to, as you can see, my oil rig right next to me. Tap at least 2,500 feet, and to ban fracking, bare minimum for the 2,500 feet. But we want to ban fracking and ban all oil and gas projects for future endeavors. No more. We don't want these projects anymore. Last time I checked, was it near the governor's house? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he'd get hysterical as hell if he knew that an oil project was 1,500 feet from his house, because that's what I suffer. Now, why not we put an oil rig right next to your house and see how you like it? You wouldn't like it, huh? What about your children? What about your children's children? What about their children's children? Forget about me. What about our kids? What about our future? You can't think past yourself, and I don't know what else to say other than I'm ashamed of you.
Hey! Let somebody do the fucking job!
We are doing our job!
Take his anger somewhere else. Hey, no. Let him go, let him go! Fuck! Let him go! Don't follow! Do my job! You gave that. Hey, let's go.
Wait.
Mic check! Mic check! David.
He was pissed and he couldn't get his back out.
Follow me. I need another volunteer over here.
Hey, we're moving. We're moving.
David.
Yes.
What do you need help?
Yes.
We need a
He's been trying to hold this. People. Here we go. Here we go. Down the road to climate justice. To climate justice. Here we go. Here we go. Down the road to climate justice. Climate justice. Calling on Jerry Brown. Calling on Jerry Brown. Shut those dirty fossil fuels down. To shut those dirty fossil fuels down. And protect us in our future. And protect us in our future. Here we go. Here we go. Down the road to climate justice. Climate justice. Here we go. Here we go. Down the road to climate justice. Climate justice. We're calling on Jerry Brown. We're calling on Jerry Brown. Shut those dirty fossil fuels down. Shut those dirty fossil fuels down.
There it is. Close as can. Close as you can. Bring it in. There we go. That's it. Only those risking arrest.
Those risking arrest.
Those risking arrest, please go on in.
You're risking arrest. Come on.
You're risking arrest. Hey, you can't move. Cameras over here.
Cameras.
We need cameras. Cameras, stand. Come on.
Back into my horse.
We need cameras. Univision, NBC, get over here.
Don't move it into my horse.
Out of the way. Sac B, get pictures.
The voice of the great granddaughters, sing, keep it in the ground. Keep gonna rise like the water.
Hey, step back from my horse. Step back from.
The voice of the great granddaughters, sing, keep it in the ground. Keep gonna rise like the water. Shutting this crisis down. Hear the voice of my great granddaughter. Say, keep this in the ground. People gonna rise like the water. Gonna calm this crisis down. I hear the voice of my great granddaughter. Say, keep it in the ground.
I'm just saying. Saying if a dog bites somebody, you're responsible for it. But I'm where I'm supposed to be. You're not.
Turn back my humanity. Under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Ain't nothing. I went down to the ground. Under my feet. Under my feet. I think copies all the way to the
Good video. That's going out.
Now it's under my feet, under my feet, under my feet, under my feet. Somebody's gonna walk all over me. Everybody, I went down to the
Under my feet,
under my feet, ain't nobody gonna walk all over me. Solid as a rock, solid as a rock, rooted as a tree, rooted as a tree. I am here, feeling strong, rightful place, solid as a rock, like this, yes. Rooted as a tree. Thank you for coming to my office. Today I am a man. In a rightful place, solid as a rock. Some kind of a sorority thing you guys do. You want to get in here?
Next protest, we bring sun umbrellas. Oh, yes.
Our volunteers whisking the rest. Who needs water? It's hot. Make sure you're hydrated. Water. Anyone need water? Let's try it. It was set on justice. Hallelujah.
It says charging stopped. Charging stopped. There you go. Take us back on.
This morning in my mind, it was set on oil. I woke up this morning in my mind, it was set on oil. Sorry about that,
baby. Did a great job.
This is the live stream, Matt.
it's down to 13% and the battery is out.
Okay.
Just to keep in
We
mind.
have more live streams going, so yeah.
Cool. I don't know whose phone this is. I just grabbed it from Jeremy's. Check that out. That's his. Plug it right in there.
Okay. Okay, works.
Charging stopped. This is it.
Jerry Brown, shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown, shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown, shut it all down.
It's not charging.
Now this just Jerry Brown, shut it all down. Jerry Brown, shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown.
This is Brenda's battery.
Was mine not working?
Yeah, she's got it. See if it works because was it out? Let's try it again. It was maybe it's okay. We're about to. It's gonna be done at 2:30. Yeah.
Inconvenient for you. This may be inconvenient for you, but the health effects of oil drilling and fracking are much more inconvenient. The health effects of oil and fracking are much more inconvenient.
Health hazard. Oh, Jesus.
Public health hazard.
Let me try it because it's not. It's your phone that's not taking a charge.
Yeah, I know. It's too hot.
Is that what's going on?
It's way too hot. So you gotta get out of the sun. Oh.
Yeah, I need it.
I mean, I need it. I'm live streaming. I'm the only live stream I can.
Brown's last
Can you use Brenda's?
Yeah.
No, I need that cable. The high capacity cable. That's why I was wondering.
last chance. Brown's last chance. Brown's last chance. Brown's last chance. Brown's last chance. Can I get another one of Can I get another one of those?
She wants one. Battery, my phone is too hot.
Yeah, that's
It
what
won't
happened to all of
charge.
us. Everyone came over here. We're all here for the same reason.
Really? Am I the only one up? I'm the only one up?
We're counting on you, Comrade.
No pressure.
No pressure, but like it's all on you.
I've only got 11%. It won't charge. Okay. All right. So, update time. We are here at the Capitol in California, in Sacramento. We have attempted twice now to get arrested, basically. There was a sit-in in the hallway blocking access to Brown's office and beyond. And then there was a sit-in where they zip-tied themselves in front of the doors to the building on the east side of the building, I believe. Or, yeah, that didn't work. Now they have moved over and they've planted an oil rig and zip-tied themselves to it in the entrance to the parking lot of the building, of the Capitol building. So that's what you're witnessing here. People are zip-tied to that oil rig structure, and they are telling Governor Brown that they don't want to leave until he either listens to them and ends the climate cowardice, or they get arrested, and they're willing to do that. They're willing to risk their freedoms to shine a light on these issues that are so important. For anyone that's been following the campaign today and the actions, you will have no doubt seen Nayeli Cobo, who is a resident of South Los Angeles. She's one of the founders, I believe, or members at least, of Stand LA, which is Stand Together Against Neighborhood Drilling Los Angeles. And basically, she's been an activist since she was 9 years old. She grew up with fracking and oil drilling in her neighborhood, and it caused her permanent health damage. You know, she's got asthma now. She gets nosebleeds and migraines. It was worse, and it's gotten better for her now that she's aware of it and moved away from it. But like, a lot of people can't do that, and a lot of people
when they get arrested
aren't even aware of this. These communities are not aware that this is happening.
Talking to them.
So we're here standing against that. And we are definitely standing against Jerry Brown calling himself a climate champion when we know that is not the case. He's not a climate champion. He is pro-fracking. He is pro-drilling. He's got 20,000 oil wells here in California. And, you know, that's not a climate champion. That's not somebody who's progressive. That's not somebody who cares about the issues of the people. So we're calling him a climate coward. We're telling him this is your last chance. You have 5 months left before you're out of office as the governor of California. You have 5 months to do something about this. You have 5 months to try and save your legacy, because your legacy is death, is oily death, and we see you for that. $10 million in your pocket from the oil industry. You don't get to call yourself a champion. So we're calling you out, and this is going to continue. Scenes like this will continue, and they will escalate. More and more people will show up to stand up against this. More and more people will put their bodies and their lives on the line. This is just the beginning of this campaign. Get over there. What's going on? They're getting phone numbers and stuff, I think.
Either way, you're gonna go forward or back,
Cop car's moving.
Carmen! Very bad.
The people united will never be divided. 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 El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
We got them good vibes. We got them good vibes. We got the sunshine. We got the sunshine. We don't need their lies. We don't need their lies. We don't need pipelines. We don't need pipelines. All together we got them good vibes. We got the sunshine. We don't need their lies. We don't need pipelines. We got them good vibes. We got the sunshine. We don't need their lies. We don't need pipelines.
Back to the shades where our phones don't melt. So, let's see what's happening here. I don't think the police want anyone arrested, probably per Jerry Brown, because that would make him look bad in the days leading up to his climate summit. He's packaged himself as a climate champion. He's got this big global climate summit coming up on September 8th. It's in San Francisco, and he really doesn't need the bad press of climate activists risking arrest to shine a light on his poor judgment and activity surrounding setback zones and fracking. So that's the last thing that he wants, but he can't change the fact that we're here. He can try and avoid arrest records and stuff, but he can't change the fact that these people are here. And we'll be there at the summit too. You didn't answer our questions, you wouldn't meet with us, you avoided us. Expect us. We'll be there, we'll be back.
One fish, blue fish.
You lost your mind?
Yeah.
Time to go on? Should I go there?
I would say with environmental. The meat industry is one of the biggest contributors. No, we wouldn't get meat, but the dairy is consideration. Dairy is also a product of
5%.
That horse just
Awesome. I'm sure that's great for the office.
No?
I could try my phone.
He's not getting it?
Are you still not getting Alejandro?
I mean, I am in the shade, far away from her.
Yeah, Jeremy had to pull it down.
Shut down.
Alright, it's charging again. The struggle is real. I've never had that happen with a phone. I've had that happen with a DSLR, like overheat while I'm shooting in the sun, but never with a phone.
Are you locked in?
It's wild.
Just in case anybody needs help now.
Oh.
I'm the zip tire.
Zip tire.
It doesn't like soak in the heat, yeah.
Distortion shows. So that's why they're all
interesting. That makes sense. So what are you doing here today, mamas?
Well, we need to be united to defeat this horrible administration, so corrupted, and it's time to flip to renew energy. And as a people of color, we are the more affected for this injustice. And I'm here because this is the right thing to do.
have to get away.
I'm glad you're here. You inspire me. I've known you for a while now. You were part of the Oil Money Out rally last year, or 2017. You and your daughter are powerful forces for good in this world, and I thank you for inspiring her to inspire myself and others, and just continuing that. So thank you.
We can do it.
Yep, we can. We can. It's hard, but it's worth it.
But not impossible.
What other fight is there? Yes. So, thank you. I want to be out there. It's gonna.
Well, yeah, you can stand here. It's just you don't have to zoom.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a shame.
I'm just gonna wait until their arrest because I have so much further time.
Yeah, I don't want to lose. I don't want to miss that. All right. To reduce the brightness.
Supporters, can I get a supporter? Huddle up real
Only one way to stand up. You can stand up in your school, in your job, in your community. Everyone has a community. You don't need to get arrested. Do what you can do to stand up for what we all believe in. That's right. Did you get burned?
Yes, I
got you.
Do you want to sit down? No, I'm good. Or anybody? You're okay? Yeah.
Okay. London Green. Okay. You know, the most business friendly. I have a whole bunch of professionals. She endorses the business friendly.
Guys, we gotta take a note from the horse, man. Just bathroom breaks wherever.
The epitome of California checking in her own shit.
It represents the bullshit.
Right? It's a good analogy for Kern County.
Team check-in. Team check-in. I love you, I believe.
What?
Throw some. Yes.
We're trying
You got the power, you said the words, now do it.
You got the power, you said the words, now do it.
Hey, we gotta make that
Chance out of 16 years.
It's your last chance out of 16 years.
To do the right thing. And how do you know what the right thing to do is?
To do the right thing. And how do you know what the right thing is?
Because that's what you've been saying you were going to do.
Because that's what you've been saying you were going to do.
Now we're here because you haven't done it. But
we're here because you haven't done it.
And it means a lot. It means a lot to our health. It means a lot to our future generations' health. It means a lot to the earth.
Don't walk on banners. Don't walk on banners.
Jerry Brown, you're out of here in January.
4 of you are going to stay?
January. September, October, November, December. You've got like 5 months.
You've got like 5 months.
Do the right
Do not walk alone. We will walk with you.
Say Occupy ICE?
Yeah.
Right on.
File the appeals right now.
Right on. Are you at the camp?
Yeah.
Oh, we were there.
I'm one of the participants.
Right on. We actually accidentally drove by it yesterday. We're from Occupy ICE LA.
You got a good phone?
Yeah.
Anyway, right on.
My phone's dead.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, we just randomly, we got here early for this action, and we ran across that camp, and Brenda in the AIM jacket up there, she's been at the camp in LA for 2 months. So yeah, it was great. It was like a commingling of...
Yeah, they've been hitting us hard.
I heard.
We're out here because Jerry Brown and the Democrats of California showed themselves as climate leaders. They're not climate leaders. They failed the climate. They continue to fail the climate. Jerry Brown is on notice.
The windows were smashed repeatedly. The tires were slashed repeatedly. Tons of harassment.
They've expanded oil.
All because they spoke up because they were being legally poisoned in their own home. And that's what we're here standing in solidarity with. Is that in 2015, the California Council on Science and Technology came out with a report that studied for 2 years, put out a report, 2,500 pages worth of science.
People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in!
Oil money out!
People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! Oil money out! People power in! People power in! People power in! Oil money out! 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 People power in!
Jerry Brown, shut it all down, shut it down. Jerry Brown, shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown.
Shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown. Shut it all down right now. Jerry Brown. Shut it all down right now.
Come on, Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. Shut it all down right now.
Come on, Jerry.
Jerry Brown. Shut it all down right now.
Right now.
Jerry.
Ben and Jerry's? Jerry?
Where
you at, Jerry? Tom and Jerry?
Ben and Jerry?
Jerry Garcia?
Cherry Garcia?
And the cops are here for us.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Which side are you on? Sorry. Hey, buddy. Wake up.
Hey.
Coffee? No coffee? All right.
Order a cup.
That. All right, folks. So, another update here. We are on the other side of the Capitol now. We went to the other side where the other entrance to the parking lot is, and we have blocked it, as well as the initial side of the parking lot. So there's no entrance or exit to the building as of right now, and we'll see what that develops into.
Jerry Brown!
We're not messing around.
We are here.
Continuing to call for Jerry Brown to join us.
Continuing to call for Jerry Brown to join us.
We have spent 3 years educating the governor.
We have spent 3 years educating the governor
about the harms of fossil fuel extraction.
about the harms of fossil fuel extraction.
We have state-funded studies.
We have state-funded studies
that tell us that fracking and dangerous drilling cannot be done safely. It's poisoning our air and our water.
It's poisoning our air and our water.
There is no way to clean the water.
There is no way
to clean the water. And so these oil companies are reselling it to water districts. Running it through walnut shells. Diluting it with clean water. And selling it to farms. Who water our food crops with it. Our air, our food, our water.
Our water.
Sustain life. When we poison the sustenance of life. We poison ourselves. It's time for Jerry Brown to stop fueling cancer and climate change.
It's time for Jerry Brown to start fueling
cancer and climate change. Join us, Jerry Brown. Tell us you're going to do the right thing.
Join us, Jerry Brown. Tell us you're going to do the right thing.
He's a greenwasher.
He's a greenwasher.
At Breast Cancer Action, we go after pinkwashers. Those companies that say they care about breast cancer. But actually care more about their bottom line. They sell pink ribbon products that increase the risk of breast cancer. That's pinkwashing. And Breast Cancer Action shuts it down. By shaming those companies. And today we are shaming Governor Brown. For greenwashing. For telling us he's a climate leader. When he has approved 20,000 wells. That are driving cancer and climate change. And so we're shaming Brown. He's not a climate leader. He's not a climate leader. He's a cancer causer. Woo! Thank you.
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Jerry Brown.
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
That's why I took it.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
My check.
My check.
Cancer is my day job. It's my day job. And everyone needs a vacation.
And everyone needs a vacation.
We went backpacking for 2 weeks.
We went backpacking for 2 weeks.
In this beautiful state of California.
In this beautiful state of California.
But the state was on fire.
But the state was on fire.
We couldn't go to Trinity Alps.
We couldn't go to Trinity Alps.
We couldn't go to the Sierras.
We couldn't go to the Sierras.
We went to Redwood National Forest.
We went to Redwood National Forest.
And there were fires north of us again.
And there were fires north of us again.
Climate change is burning California.
Climate change is burning California.
We cannot escape the harms of drilling.
We cannot escape the harms of drilling.
There is no vacation.
There is no vacation.
This is the work that we all are committed to.
This is the work that we all are committed to.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Shut it down. Keep it in the ground.
Keep it in the ground.
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you
What do you think?
see? Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see? What Jerry Brown has done to me.
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
There ain't no turning back.
There ain't no turning back.
Time is up for rising up.
Time is up for rising up.
Jerry, we're not gonna say it fluently.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
Ain't no way we're backing down.
Ain't no way we're backing down.
Rising up, the time is now.
Rising up, the time is now.
2:40.
Neighbor, neighbor, can't you see?
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
What Jerry Brown has done to me.
Rising up, the time is now.
We're rising up, the time is now.
There ain't no way we're backing down.
There ain't no way we're backing down.
Supporters, can we take a moment to say thank you for sitting in? Your sacrifice will help us win.
Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win.
Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win. Thank you for sitting in. Your sacrifice will help us win.
How'd you like it? Excuse me? No, we're doing that. Can we go along with the line? Say a little bit about why you're here. We'll take turns one at a time.
Before we go, can I add breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news.
Leonardo DiCaprio tweeted about our campaign.
Titanic!
Hey, couldn't hear you.
Louder.
What's that?
Louder.
Leonardo DiCaprio tweeted about our campaign. Hallelujah. All right, thanks, Barry. Just wanted to breaking news moment.
Woo!
Live for Twitter.
So, if we could go around.
¿Cómo estamos?
Muy bien. Aquí
There's a lot of viruses we don't even know about that are melting with the permafrost in Siberia.
Following the campaign today and the actions, you will have no doubt seen Nayeli Kobo, who is a resident of South Los Angeles. She's one of the founders, I believe, or members at least, of Stand LA, which is Stand Together Against Neighborhood Drilling Los Angeles. And basically, she's been an activist since she was 9 years old. She grew up with fracking and oil drilling in her neighborhood. And
all right, so we're here out in front of Jerry Brown's.
We are hot enough. We are hot enough. We are hot enough. We are hot enough. We are hot enough.
Oh yeah.
We are hot enough. We are hot enough.
Say what?
We are hot enough. We are hot enough.
Oh yeah. All right. So we got Jeremy, you on?
Hey there, my name is Mary Zeiser. I'm with Stand.Earth, the extreme oil climate campaigner with that organization. Thank you so much for joining this live stream today. Here we have all these beautiful people sitting in to take a stand, calling out Jerry Brown to stand up to his promises of being a climate leader. So we're going to go around real quick and hear a bit from each of these people about why they're here. So does someone want, she's chewing a good, all right. Pass, take a pass.
My name is Lisa and I'm here because I drink water. My pets drink water. Everyone I know drinks water. And I recently made a trip to Detroit, and so I was a little closer to the Flint water crisis, and everybody sees what horrible shape they're in because they cannot drink their water. Their water. Do we want that for ourselves?
No.
No.
Thank you.
And that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
My name is Laura Wells, and I'm a Green Party activist, and I'm here because there are alternatives. And if Jerry Brown, with all the money that he takes, won't do it, there's peace and freedom, there's Green Party, there are alternatives that don't take their money, and we will do it. And sooner or later, everybody's going to give up our fix on corporations.
Thank you.
I'm here because Jerry Brown lied to us when on his second run of governor. He said he cared about the people and he cared about this state. But what he's doing and he's saying is hypocritical because he's not doing that. He's not here for the people or the land.
That's right, Joy.
I'm a native California and I consume energy, and any energy system that demands sacrifice zones is evil, and I want to stop it.
I'm here for my grandchildren and their grandchildren. I want this to end now.
My name is Corey and I moved to progressive California because I thought I would find rational climate policy here. I'm from Utah, where we love giving the oil companies rule over our public lands. So when I moved here, I came to California because it's a land of creative people, a land of innovators. And Jerry Brown is not an innovator. Oil is over. We need an innovator in the governor's office.
My name's Karuna Jagger. I'm the executive director of Breast Cancer Action. Fossil fuels are fueling cancer. It's Jerry Brown's last chance to stop cancer and climate change.
I'm Lauren Rankins, and I'm here because I'm disgusted with the amount of chemicals that are undisclosed and completely carcinogenic being pumped into our aquifers and sold to our farmers so that we can eat the agriculture, sometimes labeled organic, which is actually poisonous. And people don't know about this. It's a very underground thing that has happened right under Jerry Brown's nose, with him with his finger on the button causing it. With the money that he gets from big oil, it has to stop.
My name is Victoria Armigo. I have many responsibilities, but my most important job is I am a grandmother. Committed to defending the water. Jerry Brown, you have let me down.
I'm here because I believe everyone deserves access to clean air and clean water, and we haven't been getting that, and it's time we do something about that, which is why I'm here. We are also blocking the north and the south entrance to the Capitol.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeannie. I'm here along with a bunch of other young people and folks from all generations. I'm fighting for young people's future, everyone's future, and I think it's possible to build a world that's got room for all of us, and including the other living things on the earth, and I want health and justice for everyone, so that's why I'm here.
Hi, my name is Mina, and I'm here with Sunrise Movement, which is young people all around the country rising up for climate justice. I was raised thinking I lived in a democracy, and I don't feel like my representatives are representing my voice or the voices of all the people here today and many Californians. So that's why I'm here today, to rise up and give a voice to climate justice.
Thank you. So have a hand for these people. Thank you. Yeah! Thank you for your sacrifice. All right, Mary, you want to take us out?
Thank you so much for joining us today here at the Sacramento Capitol building of California to tell Jerry Brown that he needs to stand up to be a real climate leader. Jerry Brown, we're going to see you at the Global Climate Action Summit in San Francisco. First on September 8th with the Rise for Climate Jobs and Justice, and following that the actions with the Solidarity to Solutions Summit and the Browns Last Chance Coalition. Stay tuned on this channel for more. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, and that concludes my tenure as live streamer for this event. I am Jeremy White with California for Progress. I'm also with Oil Money Out, and I'm buddies with this guy. Despite what everyone says,
That's right.
It's amazing.
Don't believe any of it.
We've been rocking it for over a year now with Oil Money Out, and you know, we're just like we do this kind of thing. We shine a light on the fact that agriculture is being fueled with wastewater from oil rigs, and that neighborhoods are being fracked in, and people are being subjected to these chemicals that are making them sick for life. So that's not okay. So we're standing up against it.
Whack. Yeah, so we have to, you know what I mean? And I want to just, everybody watching this this live stream, please stand in solidarity with frontline communities. We demonstrate who we are and the quality of our character by standing for those who are most dramatically affected and detrimentally affected by these sorts of drilling practices. They know they're poisoning people. They know it. They just think that the oil industry is a greater threat to them than we are. And we have to turn the tables on that, man. We cannot let Naeli and people in Naeli's community, people in Kern County, people in Arvin, California, people in Oxnard, it's not right. Those of us that have privilege have a moral responsibility to look out for those that don't. And that means putting our bodies on the line, showing up and doing this thing, but doing it in a way where we're working with one another. We come together in solidarity. The white folks have teachability with them when they walk into the room, understand what their privilege is. And it's really important that we show up, man. When we show up, we show people that we care about them. And people need to feel the love now more than ever. And Jerry Brown needs to be challenged more than ever. He can't keep getting away with saying untrue things and allowing it. So get involved with Brown's Last Chance. Come out on September 10th in San Francisco with I Don't Know More. I'll be there risking arrest. Or come out with us on September 13th in San Francisco at the Global Climate Action Summit. Show up, you know, join us and be a part of this community that's going to realize the future, because that's what we're doing. We're realizing the future with every choice and everything we do, and we're going to open this. We're going to, like, this is our, like, we feel it in our hearts that, like, this is who we are, that we're the ones we've been waiting for, and now is the time that we've been waiting for. So calling all cars, come on in. Thank you, David. Bless you guys. See you.
Right now, like an expression, no, an impression of pain. Oh, yeah.